Thank you, Donald. Stellar job as always. I don't know any other automotive show MC who can sing the national anthem, or at least do it well. We'd now like to bring to the stage the chairman of the Dana Point Concours Elegance, and we'll get off the phone, Mr. Dick Waitnight, who has a bunch of special presentations. I've got the list here. We got a bunch of feedback, but we're going to try and stand right here. Come on, Dick. Hold it kind of close to avoid the feedback.
Thank you for coming. One of the things that we love to do is honor our own. We're going to make it short and sweet. But I want you to know the people you're about to meet are the folks that made it happen. These are people that have worked as volunteers for, in many cases, most years. I mean, many years. No, let me clarify that. How about 30? The guy I'm going to introduce you to is a world-famous artist. He has the sensitivity, the design, boy does he know cars, worked for Road and Track for, his wife said forever, I'll bet you it's 40 years. The guy's name is Bill Mata. We want to present him. See, come on out here, Bill. I'm going to embarrass him in public. This guy is retiring, and we are going to have a difficult time filling his huge shoes. Not very big, but by God, they're good. This guy is a special human being. He has dedicated a very important part of his life for 30, count it, 30 years. And for that, we are going to present him with a trophy, hopefully that he'll keep for the next 30 years. Congratulations.
And Dick.
She deals with every, underscore the word, every exhibitor, answers every question, sends all the information, makes sure that every car is positioned properly, in the right class, has the right definition, has the right color, has the right spelling of a person's name. And it's husband and wife who own this. She keeps records. She answers questions. The phone rings at midnight. Did we do an X? You just cannot imagine the commitment and the precision that it takes to do what she does. Is she good? She's great. Give that lady a hand. Are we proud of our ladies or what? Next guy ain't a lady. This guy is Bill McClintock. He's brought a whole new dimension. He's the guy that has said, why don't you guys have motorcycles as well? And I said, motorcycles? You mean those two-wheel dirty things you fall down and get hurt on? Not smart. This guy is a motorcycle expert. He loves it. And he has been the driving force to handpick, to convince to come. And this specialized area over here, if you've not been there, go do it. When I was a kid, I had a Triumph Tiger T110, scared me to death. The wheels are about that wide. And I only drove it about 4 or 5 weeks, and I said, boy, that's not for me. I went over and saw one, I started to laugh, and I said, the smartest thing I ever did was get rid of it. This guy has brought a whole new dimension and worked diligently for 2 years. Thank you. There's not enough time to tell you what this guy does. Gentleman's name is Peter Dwinger. Everything that is on this field is laid out by this guy within inches of accuracy. I kid you not. Every position, every car is chosen so that it sits on the grass topographically, so you can see the body and the lines better. It's not, he goes out of his way to make sure that it's not on a piece of flat grass or flat dirt. This guy's magic. He's magic. He lays all, he designed it, engineered it, helped put it together. It's his, he is the guy who has created the ambiance of the Dana Point Concours. There are not enough great words to describe this man's contribution. Peter Dwinger. This is Brian Dawson, husband of. This guy is the guy that makes Peter's engineering happen. He knows where to drive all the stakes, put all the spots, so they put the cars where Peter wants them to be. Massive undertaking. Trust me, it's like building a small city.
And he's really good at running a hotel, so that's why your running was so good. That's why the property was so nice. We want to also welcome anyone who's maybe never been to a car show before, because you're going to see our parade of excellence, and this is our class winners. If you saw the judges working earlier, what we're going to see is our third place, second place, and first place, and then the motorcycles, and then the cars come up. And then at the very end, you don't want to leave early. It's not like an angel game where you leave in the 7th inning. We want you to stick around to the end, because then you get to see which car wins best of show.
That's $1 million.
Sorry about that. But also it's really hard to walk around.
Gun, I know you're right. $1 million.
Seriously,
Amazing.
hard to cars that are given
Beautiful car.
Like the fun and decision, I feel like they were like, hey, this is a decision.
The Porsche Club did it.
So we're going to interview John Hennessy, who's currently like the fastest production car probably in the world.
Give him the mic. Take the mic, Randy.
Oh, okay. Randy. Hey, John.
How you doing, man?
Good.
All right, TV photographer, lawyer, real estate developer, now TV personality. Meet Randy Wall.
Hey, Randy. Nice to meet you guys.
We're hanging with John, talking about cars.
So, what do you think of the Hennessy Venom?
Sick car, super great, very sexy car too. I mean, look at the flare on the front, look at the wheels, it's just great.
So this reminds me, back to 2007, there was an article in Road and Track magazine, and they were trying to find out what the fastest cars were 0 to 200 miles per hour. And John Hennessy at the time built I believe it was a twin-turbo Viper.
Right.
And actually beat the Bugatti Veyron, fastest production car at the time. He beat that with the Viper, but that wasn't enough. So John decided to build this car, and if you can tell us a little bit about the inspiration.
No, dude, you're right on the money. I mean, it was a neat deal. I mean, Veyron's the absolute pinnacle of performance of modern supercars, then and now. With the exception of our but you know, it was a deal where we were excited to beat that car, but we just wanted
for allowing us to have discussion. We're waiting the arrival of our motorcycles.
And the answer wasn't really adding more horsepower, it was going right away. We wanted something significantly lighter, so we worked on modifying the You can take 100 pounds off the car, but go beyond that.
We have trophies. We have trophies. We have a stage.
And took the engine out of the back and stuffed a Viper Venom 1000 twin turbo engine in the back and laughed about it. And then I had an artist do up some renderings and I thought we can build that car. And this is the, you know, here 4 years later, this is the embodiment of that. This is our 6th Venom GT that we built. So it is truly a production car on a limited basis.
Great. Well, when you talk about everyone focusing on high horsepower as opposed to lightweight, I think you've actually done both here. I mean, you've got, what is it, 1,244 horsepower?
It's a little 27, 46 pounds. And so it's basically 1,244 horsepower, 1,244 kilograms. So it's 1 horsepower per kilogram. And there's no other supercar of any kind that matches that kind of power to weight ratio. And it's usable power. It's power that you can put down. You can turn the traction control off, and on the lowest power setting at 800 horsepower, you can flat fit the car, not spin the tires. Just because it's light and the power. It's like a 4GT with, you know,
Of course, the art tune is in the direction,
power,
and
but
some of the renowned automotive artists have their works on display, but they're also doing that little raffle of their own with this, and they'll end that movie about
and
the
so
same
we
time.
actually run the
Here's an
car
example of a
6 speed
trophy.
out
You don't have
of
to
the
take it to GM,
so
but
it does have a little bit of Ford DNA.
third place trophy. It looks like.
Well, it's great to see a U.S.-based manufacturer at the top of the game. Very happy to have you with this phenomenal car here, and really embody everything that people dream about. So congratulations on this great project. Can you tell us a little bit about the type of owner? I guess Steven Tyler purchased one of these cars.
Steven's car. Yeah, this is Steven Tyler's car, and he came to us, and he's not too unlike our other customers. He said basically they've owned everything, and he was looking for something really special, really exclusive, super fast. He didn't plan to drive it fast all the time, but he wanted to have that ability to go faster than any other road car if he wanted to do that. And Steven has the first Spider, so this is the first removable top Venom GT. It's the 6th car to be produced so far, and it's the 2nd one in the U.S. And you know, a guy that'll buy a car like this, he can buy anything. In a lot of cases, they have Valence, Paganos, and other super exotic cars. But I liken it almost to kind of like a bag of golf clubs. You got your putter, you got your wedge. This is the driver. This is Big Bertha. You know, when you want something to really put a smile on your face and really give you a G-force experience, kind of like the 251 Mustang that was buzzing over earlier, the Venom GT will deliver that in space.
Well, I've heard if you wanted to, you could probably spin the tires at 200 miles per hour. Is that correct?
Well, Top Gear magazine tested one of our cars about 6 months ago, and we were out in Nevada in the middle of nowhere, and I think that when the driver was on the power, I don't know if he was quite at 200, maybe 170, 180, and I think he hit a bump in the road. And if you do hit a bump in the road, you know, it can temporarily, you know, if you unload the car, it will spin the tire. So, yeah, he came away with the impression it was the fastest car that they had ever driven at the magazine by far, and they'd driven everything from Veyron Super Sports to everything else, so it was a nice compliment.
What's your next venue planned for this car to show or test or bring it out to track?
We'll see. I'd like to go to Pebble Beach and show it off up there in August. We'll see if we can do that. And then we've got 2 other cars in production right now, one of which we're planning to go out and do some top speed testing before the end of the year. So we'll see how it stacks up against the cars
and can you give our viewers a sense of the cost of something phenomenal?
The hard top is $950, and the Spider with the removable top is $1.1 million. Okay, so it's a very limited production exclusive deal. We build 3 cars a year. And, we only have about 29 cars in total. All over.
Great. Well, looking forward to seeing that. Thanks so much for your time, John.
Thanks, Randy. Have fun.
You too.
See you.
Great.
What's the gas mileage?
You know, it's not too bad. I put probably 100 miles on it last week and burned half a tank. So I was probably getting 12 miles a gallon. I was beating on it pretty good. Nice to meet you.
It's like on TV.
Okay, cool. One more.
I think we'll get you.
Awesome.
Introduce yourself.
Nice to meet you.
Introduce yourself. Ask him some questions.
Oh, you want to ask me?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think already took care of it.
Well, I want to get you
Okay.
too. Introduce.
Hi, I'm Lynn with Saigon TV, and this is my first event. We're so excited to hear from Randy that you were
We've
going to
been
be
talking about the raffle going on in the art tent, and we're going to let the actual
Okay,
Please tell us all about
absolutely.
this.
Sure. This is what we call the Hennessy Venom GT. It's 1,244 horsepower and mid-engine supercar that we built in Texas. And we have had a lot of interest from Asia, as a matter of fact. And we may show one of our cars at either Beijing or Shanghai at one of the motor shows in the near future. So if the folks in Vietnam want to come check it out, we'd be glad to show it to them.
We're in.
All right, sounds good. Thanks.
Thanks so much, John.
Okay, thanks. Coming out here, we're all going to be out here together next week.
So who gets to drive with you in this car?
Whoever I can find.